Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange Soccer Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. This show was recorded live on Saturday, June 8th.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Now, this segment is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Kansas City Chiropractic understands the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies, and they offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Hello, everyone. I am Steve Fish. I am the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and you are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Now, today we're coming to you from CMS Nutritionals, which is a new supplement store located on College, just east of Quivira. CMS Nutritionals is committed to all people interested in good health. They can help provide a nutritional boost to restore, regain, or maintain a person's health. Stop by and talk to the experts here to find the right quality supplements for your needs. Visit their website at cmsnutritionals.com or call them at 913-469-3665. Now, today we're taping our radio show, which is on ESPN 1510 Saturdays at 8 a.m. and Sunday evenings at 9 p.m. on 102.9 FM and 1040 a.m. And we're also taping our TV show, which can be seen on Sure West Cable on Channel 7 at 9 a.m., at 5 p.m., and at 9 p.m. every single day. And now you can also view this show and many of our past shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of KC Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in Kansas City. And this month, with our current issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 16th year as the magazine for sports fans in KC. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we feature our KC Baseball Report, which is presented by Budweiser. This month, our writers discuss whether George Brett can fix the Royals' offense and how losing is a cultural issue for the Royals. Now, in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about the upcoming hockey camps that are coming to KCIC. Now, for a complete list of locations where you can find KC Sports Magazine, visit our website, kcsportspaper.com. You will find a link to a list of locations right on the front page of the website, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. Now, joining us from CMS Nutritionals is Stephanie Reece, who is the owner of the shop, and Dr. Carol Ann Reiser. She consults with CMS, and she also presents health and wellness seminars here at CMS, and she's doing one a little bit later on today. Dr. Reiser and Stephanie also collaborated on an article that is in the current issue of KC Sports and Fitness. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. First off, let's learn a little bit about each of you. Stephanie, you recently moved back to Kansas City to open this store. Where did you move from? And you were in Kansas City before this?
Yeah, I was born here, went to school, high school here, went to college in Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, and then moved to Tucson, Arizona, and was there for 18 years. And I moved back here to be closer to family and raise my daughter.
Gotcha. Where'd you go to high school here?
Olathe North.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that's right in the Sure West coverage area, so you can wave to all your classmates that stayed in Olathe.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Reiser, you were a pediatrician in your heyday. Tell us about your background. And actually, I did a look online and found a resume for you that's like 4 pages long of stuff, and I'm trying to pull it out here just to kind of show everybody, but just all the different things that you've done. But fill us in on your background. Here we go. It's all these pages of things that you're involved in and publications and all that kind of stuff. Fill us in on that.
Well, actually, when I was at the University of Kansas, which I was there for a number of years on staff, I ran a specialty unit there that actually dealt with difficult problems for children and families. And one of the things I did while I was there is I did one of the first studies on Ritalin, which is to treat attention deficit children.
Sure.
Long story short is we found that actually nutrition, behavior management, environmental management was much more successful. So that's how I got into nutrition.
I see.
At that point in time, because we did a 3-year study comparing Ritalin and different groups, and it was a very extensive study in the classroom and in the homes.
And that, you know, I noticed that it's only been recent, probably the last 10 years or so, that MDs are starting to look at supplements and nutrition and those types of things as the solutions for things. But you kind of were ahead of that time, and that makes sense.
Yes.
From there. So how did you get in? I mean, obviously that kind of started you in the direction of adding supplementation to people's diets and things like that, and then you continued that with your practices.
So then what I did, it also started the drive for getting legal protection for child abuse. So I was the instigator from the university also. So I was doing a lot of different focuses to help families and children. But I decided that I'd been at the university long enough and established a clinic back in 1976 to help people with their health and their wellness, to use as few medications as possible and to get to the root of the problem. So that included stress management, looking at environmental problems, looking at nutrition, looking at diseases that might be causing that. And from that point, it just exploded. And so nutrition was always a part of that. And stress management has always been a part of that over the last few years.
Well, for sure. And you're doing a seminar here today. How often are you here at CMS, assisting with and consulting Stephanie?
Well, pretty much every day.
Okay.
I'm here for part of the day. I will be doing seminars, a minimum of once a month or twice a month as we explore that and find out what we need to do. I'm also doing seminars for other groups that are interested in expanding their nutrition and their wellness and to help with getting off as much medication as possible, which is possible, which we found over the last 50 years. By the way, this is my 50th year of practicing medicine.
Congratulations.
So at this point in time, I'm retired and hoping to have some free time. But I'm
you're here every day.
So I'm here pretty much every day helping out in different.
There we go.
And sometimes I stack boxes.
Oh, okay.
Or move boxes.
Well, that's kind of a break, isn't it?
But, it's different.
That's good.
Wash the dishes.
That's good. So, Stephanie, CMS actually stands for 3 different words. First of all, you've been here about a month or a couple of 6 months?
Almost 2 months.
2 months.
It'll be 2 months next Saturday since we've opened. CMS stands for Conscientious, Manageable, Sustainable. And
that's also that also ties in with the mission and the focus of what is your mission for
to provide the best quality supplement products to the widest variety of people with a focus on whole wellness and organically grown when we can, non-GMO when we can. And we're looking at adding some food products as well.
So how many different products do you offer here?
Almost 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the areas of support, there's a long list on your website, which is cmsnutritionals.com, including adrenal support and brain and health, cleanse, GI, heart health, just to name a few things, skincare, those types of things. You also do special orders and mail order here as well, correct?
We do. Yeah, we have been doing mail order all over the country and even to Canada. We ship to Canada as well. That's
very nice. Now, in your article that you guys collaborated on in our junior issue of KC Sports and Fitness, which is available online at kcsportspaper.com, you write about essential oils. First off, Dr. Reeser, what is an essential oil?
Essential oil is a fatty acid that we don't make ourselves. We have that in amino acids and other things, so we have to get that from our food sources. So then we take that oil and then integrate it into the metabolic process of our cells. So the essential oils that are in this are ones that we can get from plants, And the problem is when you're trying to get the amount that you need from plants, it's overwhelming. You can't eat that much.
Oh, I see.
So you have to have them concentrated and purified and broken down so that your body can utilize them.
Now, we all know about fish oil and the benefits of fish oil, but your article addresses the differences between plants and fish oil. And you say plant-based oils are more effective. In what areas are they more effective for us?
Well, they're more effective because they don't have particles and things in them that are more synthetic. So they are exactly extract from the primary seeds of oils. What they do is they are anti-inflammatory.
Mm-hmm.
The oils have primary, and this is where the fish oil has been studied, they have primary benefits for circulation and helping with the health of the vascular system. The recent research is showing, though, with over 20,000 patients followed with like cardiovascular disease, that the fish oil has had no benefit.
Really?
And in fact, some studies are showing that it may be oxidative stress, which means it may cause more inflammation.
Oh, okay.
The oils, the essential oils from plants, they're called parent oils. What that means that you have a parent and then you have a baby, if you will, and the baby is the omega-3 and 6 and DHEA. So your body has the capability of taking that plant oil and transferring it to exactly what you need. So Dr. Peskin, who is the creator of working on this for many years, has actually shown with some very unique studies that by switching from omega-3s to, or just starting the parent oils, you can actually improve your vascular system, your capillaries, your arteries, by up to 11.1 years in 3 to 6 months.
And
that's huge.
By improving that, what does that mean?
It means they heal.
They heal.
They're not inflamed.
Okay, so that means that you improve them back 11 years, or you just return them to the right spot
where
they are?
Yeah. You move them backwards so that you have an improvement of 11 years. So your arteries and blood vessels are 11.1 years healthier than they were when you started.
Okay. And so you described the parent. Now you say the plant oils that you have provide the parent oil versus derivatives. Is that now you described the parent oil, the derivatives? What does that mean? And
well, they've been altered somewhat.
Okay.
From the fish oil.
Okay.
So they've been altered, and so it's not the exact product itself, and sometimes the body can't metabolize that or can't handle it.
I see. So it just passes through you, and you really get no benefit from it.
Exactly.
Is that right? Yeah. Now the oils that you use have the brand name of Yes. Is that correct, Stephanie?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And yes. And no, were you answering my question, or were you?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're named Yes.
and we have a special offer in KC Sports this month, a coupon where you can save $5 on the Yes product. Show us the products. Those are available now. That is a capsule.
This is the capsule,
Okay.
and it has an oil on the inside of the capsule, so it's easily digested. It breaks down quickly, and then for people who have a hard time taking pills, you can also add this to orange juice or, something that you can drink. Mix it in a shake, and mix it with fruit.
Gotcha.
And then you don't even have to swallow.
So how often do you take it? Once a day or twice a day? Or?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. Okay.
And it depends on the person, but that's generally what people do is take 2 capsules in the morning and 2 at night.
Gotcha.
So, and it
Gotcha.
can vary. It can vary depending on the person. But
and you'll see some results as described in 3.5 months.
Yes.
You may not see some of those things, but they will be happening inside of you.
The patient or the person, when we were using it in the clinic, the person actually began to notice changes in their strength in their legs, their stamina, their ability to walk more. And so the average report is, in terms of the person, 3 to 6 months, but that was also the clinical studies that Dr. Peskin showed.
Right. Now,
I'm sorry to interrupt,
go ahead.
but I have had patients come in and say that this is a relatively new product for us. We've had it about a year, and I've had patients come and say that the thing that they can really see a difference with is that now that they've added the Yes, is they can feel the difference. So.
Really? That's amazing. That's terrific. Most of the patients that take that, what ages are they? And
I'm going to say 35 to 60.
okay, where you're going to start feeling the aches and the pains and things like that. So you can tell the difference, in what you have.
I might add, though, we got originally the liquid was for children.
Oh, really?
So the children need these too. They need the DHA for their brain development, so they can be put in their formula, their milk.
Nice.
And so you don't need to use very much, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that it's only good for that age range. I'm saying those are the ones that have made the reports that they've felt the difference.
Oh, sure.
It's,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's good for everyone.
Yeah, and the idea behind supplementation is to avoid issues, but a lot of people will turn to supplementation to help take care of issues that they have as well.
Yeah.
So I can see where you'd hear that from those people. Now, let's talk about some upcoming seminars that you guys have coming up in July and August. Then we'll go into more detail about the seminar that you're doing today. On July 13th, you're doing a Nutrition to Boost Your Immune System seminar, and on August 10th, and both of these are from 1 to 3, Nutrition for Inflammation and Vascular Health. What will participants learn in these seminars, Dr. Reeser?
Well, there are many foods and some supplements, including also exercise and sleep and additional things that you need to do that help to repair your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be focused on different parts of the body. Sometimes we need to repair the immune system of the GI tract, which is our biggest immune system, by the way.
Really?
And that's the one that gets damaged a lot. The second one is the respiratory tree. The third immune system is to help what's called HPA axis, which is the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid. So there are definitely things that we can do because those are the stress organs that get in trouble.
Right.
And so if those aren't working right, then the body can't repair.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third part of the immune system is to actually take our innate immune system and transfer immunity to the body, so that they can start making natural killer cells, activate their T and B cells, which are the problems when you get ill. Those get altered,
right,
or they get knocked out and become low, and then it's hard for the body to regenerate those.
I see.
So those different areas, you can do things based on what problems you're having. You can actually boost those and support. I call it the troops come in and help support you while you're getting well from an illness.
Right. And again, July 13th, 1 to 3, Nutrition to Boost Your Immune System. August 10th, 1 to 3, Nutrition for Inflammation and Vascular Health. People can reserve their spot in either of those seminars by calling CMS at 913-469-3665. And the seminars have a cost with them of $40, which there's a great amount of information and knowledge that's shared that can help people get back to living healthy from that. Now let's talk about the seminar that you have going today. Nutrition for Memory and Problem Solving and Thinking and Sugar Control, or on your syllabus you call it Rebooting Your Brain, which is a nice name. Nutrition for the Brain. Let's talk about some of the items that the presentation will include. I just kind of highlighted a couple of them as factors that interfere with brain process. What are Dr. Reeser, what are some of the things that interfere with our brain process other than just the daily stress of life?
Number one has been viral infections, chronic viral infections.
Oh, okay.
And
are these infections that you know about, or is it just something that's
we know
inside
about
of
them.
you? Okay.
We can test for them, and you can find out what they are.
Okay.
Herpes 1, which is the common cold sore, amazingly is a very big problem for a lot of people. And as you age, kind of like having the chicken pox and shingles, as you age, your immune system and your health goes down, you're more vulnerable to infection. So that's one. Number 2 is diabetes, which is becoming a crisis, big crisis. Diabetes, the glucose is toxic to the blood vessels. So it causes inflammation of the coronary arteries and the capillaries. Coming back to the oils, that's why the oils were studied for diabetes and heart disease.
Really?
Because you get damage to the cells. That's why you develop plaque.
I see.
And that's why you have trouble with circulation. So that's huge, and those things can be helped. The third thing has to do with chronic infections anywhere in the body. So a lot of people have gastrointestinal illnesses and digestive problems.
Right.
And since 70% of our immune system is there, that can be corrected. So then you have your front line of protection there. All of those contribute to the brain not functioning. Now, what's important, this is new research, and this is what we'll be talking extensively with, is that there have been doctors that have been looking at Alzheimer's and dementia, and here is a breakthrough finding, is that we didn't know even up till 2005, the brain makes insulin. When you have inflammation, whether it's diabetes or herpes 1 or other kinds of illnesses, what happens then, the neuron shuts down and doesn't make insulin.
Okay.
So when you don't make insulin, then you can't use glucose. 2 organs in the body are essentially primarily using glucose.
Right.
Pancreas and the brain.
Right.
Guess what? Diabetes and hypoglycemia. So many symptoms that lead to the problems with dementia or Alzheimer's or memory loss is no sugar because the insulin's gone.
I see.
So what we talk about is alternative pathways to keep the brain going while your body's repairing.
Right.
So that you don't have the memory loss and the fatigue and the sleep problems and the cognitive and the emotional and et cetera, that people have with that. And this is a huge finding because it's being discovered that it works. And so this is science has been around for 100 years. We just now are applying it to adults.
Right.
But as a pediatrician, we applied it back in the 60s and 70s to babies and children with seizures.
Really?
So it's not new, kid on the block. It's just having a new application.
New use, yeah.
So that's the things that we'll be covering is a new research and then a way to deal with and correct that so people can redevelop their ability to function.
I see. That's very interesting that, you take a method that worked in another way and see the result of it in a new way now. So, Stephanie, fill us in on where you guys are exactly located, phone number, website.
We are at the southeast corner of College in Quivira in the College Village Shopping Center. We are our website is www.cmsnutritionals.com. Our phone number 913-469-3665. And we do a lot of people can order directly or they can come in. We're open Monday through Saturday. So
yeah, and hours on Saturday, are they shorter or are they the same?
They're shorter. Monday through Thursday, it's 9 to 7. Friday, 9 to 5. And Saturday, 10 to 4.
Well, I want to thank you guys, first of all, for hosting us today and coming on and sharing information. People should come into the store and just kind of walk through and talk to Stephanie or Dr. Reiser about the different products that are here. And there's some different things than you're going to see on just the typical supplement shelves here. They're more potent and things like that. And it's just real interesting to see all the different areas that you have covered here. Thank you again for hosting and coming on the show. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We are coming to you from CMS Nutritionals, which is located just east of Quivira on College Boulevard. I'm Steve Fish. We will be right back. Go online and watch Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports Magazine television show. It's available on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel and features local interviews with local athletes and experts covering sports, health, and exercise topics of importance to KC fans. And be sure to pick up your copy of the new KC Sports and Fitness Magazine featuring the Surplus Exchange Soccer Report, the Budweiser Royals Report, and the Kansas City Ice Center Hockey Report. KC Sports Magazine is always free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress and get more out of life. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600 and come join Kansas City Chiropractic at 4510 Bellevue for their 10th anniversary celebration open house on Thursday, June 27th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. For more information, visit the Kansas City Chiropractic Facebook page.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Whether you are playing a sport, running a business, or learning how to use an iPad, your ability to make split-second decisions is essential for your success. Hey sports fans, this is Greg Pryor. I was an infielder in Major League Baseball for over 9 seasons and was a member of the '85 World Champion Royals. My decisions in the field and at the plate could have been the difference between winning and losing. Since 1994, I have owned a local health supplement company called Life Priority. Life Priority offers many nutritional formulas that give your body the nutrients that can help your brain keep pace in today's fast lifestyle. To see all 17 Life Priority products, please visit my website at lifepriority.com or call me at 913-438-5433. Use Life Priority products and improve your chances of winning. For free shipping, use promo code LIFEP at lifepriority.com or call me today at 913-438-5433.
Sign up now for Cargo Largo's annual Cargo for Kids charity golf tournament June 21st at Drum Farm. For more details about this event, visit cargolargo.com/cargo-for-kids or email info@cargolargo.com. Mafia's Meal on the Go is a great lunchtime choice. Get a 10-inch one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink from Mafia Mike's at 87th and Lackman and Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 127th and Metcalf. Great pizza and a great offer you can't refuse. The Goal is a new teaching aid to help with your putting by letting you see the line of the putt from the ball to the target. For more information on this new product that can improve your game, visit thegoalofputting.com or call 816-582-3530. Sign up now for the 14th annual Run the Good Race 5K to benefit the Sanctuary of Hope on Saturday, June 15th. Visit sanctuaryofhope.org for more details. Run the Good Race is presented by the Barber Financial Group.
Mark Twain, Walt Disney, even Abraham Lincoln, they all filed bankruptcy. Debts can overwhelm anyone. I'm Jeff Wagner of WM Law, Kansas City's premier bankruptcy law firm. If you can't pay your bills or your mortgage, we're here to help. You can schedule a free consultation right now. Call 1-855-DON'T-WORRY. Stop those bill collectors. With 4 Kansas City locations, we've helped over 11,000 families through tough financial times. 1-855-DON'T-WORRY.
Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're coming to you from CMS Nutritionals, a new supplement store located on College, just east of Quivira. CMS Nutritionals is committed to people that are interested in good health, and they can help provide a nutritional boost to restore, regain, or maintain a person's health. Stop by and talk to the experts here to find the right quality supplements for your needs. Visit their website at cmsnutritionals.com or call them at 913-469-3665. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our soccer report presented by the Surplus Exchange. This month we write about the National Soccer Coaches Association of America, which is the world's largest soccer coaches association and is located right here in Kansas City, Kansas. You can pick up your copy of KC Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Mafia Pizzeria Southside, Old Shawnee Pizza, Golf MD, Eagles Landing Golf Course, Minsky's Pizza on Berry Road, the Kansas City Ice Center, and 68's Inside Sports. You can also pick it up here at CMS Nutritionals. And in our golf spotlight, we write about Eagles Landing Golf Course in Belton and today's role models of golf. Now, we'd like to welcome some of the new advertisers you'll find in this month's Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and they include CMS Nutritionals, where we're doing our show today, Oz Preventive Medicine, Agape Hoops Productions, the Firekeeper Golf Course at Prairie Band Casino, and the Mario Chalmers Miracle Shot Basketball Camp. Now, if you'd like to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, you can go to our website and follow the links to our pages. Our website is kcsportspaper.com. And now you can view this show and some of our past shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, we're going to take a quick break. You are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We are coming to you from CMS Nutritionals, located on College Boulevard, just east of Quivira. I am Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Beat the summer heat at the Kansas City Ice Center. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes, leagues for ice and inline hockey, and upcoming hockey camps at the Kansas City Ice Center. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a camp or class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. CMS Nutritionals is a new supplement store on College and Quivira. Stop by and talk to the experts at CMS Nutritionals today to find the right quality supplements for your needs. And with your coupon in KC Sports, save $5 on Yes plant-based essential oils. Plus, register now for a seminar on nutrition and your immune system on July 13th. To learn more about their products, visit cmsnutritionals.com. Call 913-469-3665 or stop by CMS Nutritionals on College and Quivira. 68's Inside Sports produces athletes who are physical and mental champions. And right now, sign up your athlete for 68's Inside Sports Pure Steel cutting-edge training program that improves strength, speed, flexibility, cardio capacity, power, and more. And the program also includes 68's Inside Sports Pure Vision program, which improves reaction time, decision-making, and peripheral awareness. Cost for the 8-week, 24-session program is just $250. Register online at 68sinsidesports.com.
Golf Week calls it the best course you can play in Kansas. But once you play, you'll want to stay. Go for it. Firekeeper Golf Course at Prairie Band Casino and Resort is just north of Topeka off Highway 75. Our stay and play package is worth the trip. Luxury hotel room, green fees, and golf cart for two, starting at just $169.
Prairie Band Casino and Resort. Go for it!
Is low testosterone or a hormone imbalance holding you back? Do you have lower energy and stamina, reduced memory, hot flashes, or trouble losing weight? Bioidentical hormone replacement therapy could be the answer. Call Oz Preventive Medicine now at 913-871-8785 for a free consultation. This therapy can help you bring back athletic abilities and stamina and combat symptoms of aging. Call now at 913-871-8785 for a free consultation or visit ozpreventivemedicine.com. Phone Fix is KC's cell phone repair shop. Save $25 on cell phone screen repair with your coupon from KC Sports. Call 913-735-9411 or stop by Phone Fix next to Buffalo Wild Wings south of 119th on Strangline in Olathe. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Let Sport Court come and install a basketball game court at your home. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. So sink that basket at the buzzer and have your own Final Four at home in your backyard or driveway Sport Court. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we are coming to you from CMS Nutritionals, which is a new supplement store located on College, just east of Quivira. CMS Nutritionals is committed to all people interested in good health. They can help provide a nutritional boost to restore, regain, or maintain a person's health. Stop by and talk to the experts here to find the right quality supplements for your needs. Visit their website at cmsnutritionals.com or call them at 913-469-3665. Now, this segment of Good Sports is brought to you by the Surplus Exchange, where you can take a tax donation credit, plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. Now, I also want to mention some of the experts who each will be a part of our show during the month, and each has contributed an article to the current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. They are Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic, Greg Pryor, former World Series Royal and owner of Life Priority, which is a nutritional supplement company, and Dr. Mary Ann Reiser and Stephanie Reece from CMS Nutritionals. And I also want to mention that on June 15th, we will be at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. And on June 28th, we'll be at Mafia Pizzeria Southside, located at 127th and Metcalf. So come on out and join us, and you might see yourself on TV. And now joining us is a man who actually hasn't been on the show for about 6 months. The last time that we had him on, it had been a year, and I would have waited a year to have him back on, but he's leaving town, so I guess I had to squeeze him in. He was a regular guest and a co-host for me when we did our radio show, and was instrumental on our very first TV show for getting our very first guest, who was John Holt, to come on the show. He's also a contributing writer to Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and his articles receive the most comments from our readers, good, bad, whatever. They receive the most comments from our readers. Yeah. But today, sadly, will be his last show with us. He is John Landsberg. He joins us one final time for one final conversation. Welcome to the show, John.
Well, thank you, Steve. It's kind of sad the way you introduced me.
I know, I did it on purpose.
I thought I was dying or something. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. I've been writing for you since you took over as publisher, and I can't remember how many years it is. How long has that been?
It's been a little more than 7.5 for me. October, it'll be 8.
8 years.
8
okay.
years for me. So.
Well, in all honesty, before we get into goofy talk, which we always do, it's been a pleasure writing for you, and under your direction, Kansas City Sports and Fitness has really progressed, and really, I know how difficult it is doing a print publication, and you've done a wonderful job. Just keep up the good fight.
Well, I appreciate it. And now that'll do it for our show today. We're just going to repeat that segment over and over and over again. No,
it'll never happen again.
I always have fun with John on the show. It's just one of those things. I have to say, John, I was shocked when I read the end of your current article. That was the way that I found out that John is moving away.
Yeah, who would actually tell his publisher that he's leaving? I just put it in the back end of my column, say goodbye to Steve, I'm out of here.
Yeah, actually, I saw something that you posted on your website, bottomlinecom.com, that alerted me before that, but I wasn't sure when it was happening and if it was your last article.
It's going to be the end of June, and my wife and I are going to be heading down to outside of Hilton Head, South Carolina, and plan to hopefully just kind of teach. Part of the reason we're moving there is it's closer to my mother. My mother's in Tampa, and she's in a nursing home there, and want to be closer to her.
Gotcha.
So, and that's part of it. We hope, both Don and I hope to teach. Plan on keeping my business going, media training, and I've got a new book coming out, so I'm going to be hawking that too.
Well, yeah, so. we'll plug the book in just a second. See, I figured that the problem was, you've been a sports writer for 100+ years.
Yeah.
And
112.
I figured, to be exact. I figured it was the lousy teams in Kansas City that was driving you away, and it's like, I've got to get away from here.
Well, Steve, you know what it's like coming from Cleveland, where all the teams, and then you come to Kansas City. It just keeps getting worse. But what's funny is Alan Askew, your editor, wonderful editor, and Alan, a couple months ago, he said, John, could you use a different word to explain Kansas City sports teams other than the word sucks. So I consciously have to think of that every time I write a column, not to use sucks because Alan doesn't like the word. But I keep thinking that pretty well sums up the teams. But
yeah, well, I don't know. We're going to talk about that as well here. There may be a turn that's happening. We'll see that. But how long have you been planning this escape to Carolina?
Oh, probably 6-8 months.
Oh, okay. That's a short time.
Yeah. You start to make plans, declutter the house, and put it on the market and things like that. And it kind of gets sped up. Our house sold before the sign even went up. So they said a couple wants to come through. They bought it. That was it. We put the sign up just to make the realtor feel better.
Let the realtor's picture show to everybody.
Exactly. Sold fast.
Sold fast. Yeah. So while you were here in Kansas City, how many years were you here in Kansas City?
About 20, almost 25.
Okay.
So we've been here a long time, and we've really enjoyed it. It's been wonderful. We raised the kids here. Both kids now have gone off into Oregon, and
oh wow!
And so we're just trying to get a little bit farther away from them if possible. So,
so is there anybody that you haven't met that you wish you had met while you were here in Kansas City?
I can't think. Well, I would say, no, I met Buck O'Neill, but I never really had a chance to talk with him a whole lot. Never actually met face-to-face Len Dawson. But otherwise, no. With my business, the PR business, and dealing with a lot of people and going to events and things, I've spoken to a lot of people and met a lot of people, and the people in Kansas City are just wonderful. It's it's just been a great place to live.
Okay, so anybody that you've met that you wish you hadn't ever met?
A lot of people.
You don't have to name names, but you can tell me afterwards.
This is your show, Steve, so I didn't want to mention you.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, it's you always run into a few clunkers, but, it's the Midwest. People are very nice and been very helpful. It's just been wonderful. And I've taught for several years at Baker and Avila and KU, and the students have been wonderful. It's just been great living here.
Really?
We're just moving into a different stage of our life, and
sure. Oh, I understand that. I definitely understand that. So we took about 3 seconds to replace you as a a writer. So Petoskey's going to do it. I know he won't live up to your standards. You'll still be checking online on our website and reading his stuff. But Jim Petoskey, who was also my co-host for the radio show for many, many years, and an arch rival of yours. No, I'm just kidding. A good friend of both of ours.
Jim's a good friend, and I'm glad you're bringing him on because people will appreciate me more now going forward.
Absolutely. That's true. I'm going to tell Jim that as well, and that'll spur him on to write something very controversial or something like that. Let's talk about your very last article that you wrote, which is titled "Losing is a Cultural Issue with the Royals." Now, they've turned it around, it looks like. They've gone back to the winning ways that they started with, but we've heard the term corporate culture, which is a way a company's owners and employees think and feel and act and all that stuff. And in my experience, most businesses, they might be successful, but that corporate culture is a good corporate culture is very difficult to get.
Exactly. It's tough to get, and if you have a bad corporate culture, it's tough to get rid of. And I really genuinely feel the Royals have been losing for so long that after a while you kind of expect to lose. You go into games and you're winning 3-2 going in the seventh inning, and you think, oh boy, something's going to happen, and we're going to, something will happen and we'll screw up and lose. And I think after a while it gets just part of the organization. And, Zach Greinke left because of that. We've lost a lot of good players over the years because of that. And it's tough to change. And now the Royals have brought on George Brett, and I think he can do some things. But changing a culture is not something that happens, in a few weeks.
It's not a snap type of thing.
Exactly.
And, you mentioned Alex Gordon in your article. You say that he talks about the team's losing streaks and says it's something that all teams go through, and the Royals think that that's normal. A lot of other teams might say this is not normal.
Right. You lose 11 straight home games. That's just not a normal losing streak.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's suicidal kind of stuff. And so, losing streak is 2 or 3 games in a row and you bounce back. But 11 in a row at home, where you should be, the home crowd should be able to win you 3 games out of that. So, just some of the comments that they make, it just kind of points out that culture. And, hopefully it can turn around. But there's certain teams, Chicago Cubs, I don't think culture's ever going to change. The Cleveland Indians are having a good season, but I guarantee the people in Cleveland are sitting there going, it's going to turn to crap anytime now, and they're just waiting for it to fall apart. So,
and it's tough for a successful player. I mean, all these guys have had success at some point in their career. I mean, and it was probably easy for them until they get to this level. I mean, they've been able to overcome, and obviously they're getting the chance at this level because it was easier for them to make that adjustment and all that. And all of a sudden they get here. How much of it is the change over from, going from playing with the best of the best in your league to now the best of the best of the best, and how much of it is the corporate culture that surrounds them?
Yeah, you're right. These are guys, Gordon, they've been playing on championship teams since grade school, probably.
Right.
Grade school, high school, sometimes college, minor leagues. They've had success all along the way, and I think they come into the Royals organization expecting to have that same kind of a success, but then you start losing, and the other guys in the locker room go, well, yeah, this is what happens here in Kansas City. And I think pretty soon you go, well, okay, if I go 0 for 3, well, that's just one of those things, and, that kind of thing. I think it can hurt your spirit over time, but hopefully they're going to turn it around. They do have talent. I mean, I don't mean to, dump on the Royals. I mean, Hosmer's, I think, a wonderful talent. So is Moustakas. Gordon has, I think, finally turned it around. Boy, he's been, I think, pretty mediocre now for about 3 years. But I think he's now turning it around. Billy Butler is just an amazing hitter, amazing athlete. I mean, so they have the tools. I'd love to see them start to win. I mean, the fans here deserve it. They really do. They've suffered a long time with this.
Well, you have to wonder, the fans here in Kansas City, bless them, are very, very positive about any of the changes and tweaks and things like that the team does, and they get behind all of that. And instead of being skeptical about those things, they become, very strongly positive about those things, which is probably a typical sports fan just in general in any city, is going to be that way. But, for so many years, it's very easy to say, oh, yeah, right, oh, yeah, right, this is going to change things. Come on. You know.
Well, and, what happens every June is there's a point in June where we start going, okay, the Royals are gone, and oh boy, how are the Chiefs looking this year?
Yeah.
And the baseball season, for all intents and purposes, is over in June, and it's just happened every year. And I'd just like to see us, in July, still be talking about the Royals.
Well, yeah, every year for the last 4 or 5 years, my July issue, I scratch my head and say, what am I going to put on the cover? Last year, at least we had the All-Star game, But every year, it's like, well, nobody really cares about the Royals anymore. They're sliding, and I can't really jump on the Chiefs because we really don't have a lot to comment on yet with them. But I may make and I'm questioning that again for this July.
Yeah.
So in contrast, there are teams that are out there that deliver success year after year. You made to me it was startling to read this. You talk about the St. Louis Cardinals, which I know some of our viewers and all that are Cardinal haters and all that stuff. But you say if you were born in St. Louis in 1902 or beyond, by the time you reach 25, you would have seen the Cardinals, at least you would have seen the Cardinals in a World Series. For me, I was 8 when they were in a World Series in 1964, and I also saw them in the World Series in 67 and 68 when I was a kid. And, there's just that culture in St. Louis.
They have a winning culture.
Yeah.
And they lost Albert Pujols, and everybody said, oh, boy, they're in trouble, and they lost their superstar. But it really hasn't made any difference this year. They're playing very well, and they expect to win. Whereas I think the Royals just kind of, maybe we don't expect to lose, but if we lose, well, it happens.
So let's talk about Mr. Royal. They've enlisted the help of George Brett to come in and see what he can do with the Royals. His being there, I would guess, has sparked things a little bit, which is often the case when you change, a manager or somebody like that. The players start to perform. One of the things that I'm just paraphrasing, is Brett said that Moustakas and Hosmer need to grow up, which is kind of like the Dick Vermeil take off the diaper type of comment that he made for Larry Johnson, which we all remember what Larry Johnson became. I mean, he was great for a year and all that, and I'm sure it was just a shock for them. It was just hey guys, wake up, wake up. It's time to grow up here. What do you think?
From a PR standpoint, it's always good to roll out George Brett in Kansas City for whatever you have. If the team is going bad, going down the tubes, bring George into the, it's just like the Chiefs. If things really get bad, have Len Dawson show up, make him an assistant bench coach. It is funny because you see these things. When the team starts going bad, they go, well, we fired the bench coach. And I never even knew what a bench coach does. I mean, he just sits there and makes sure the bench is clean or something. And so now, they fired Seitzer, who I thought was doing a pretty good job. Then they brought in 2 more guys to replace him. And if the team's not hitting, then, sometimes it is hilarious as an outsider, just kind of looking and saying, okay, firing the third base coach is not going to turn this place around, but bringing in George Brett, and, George is 60, and I'm sure that, he walked in and they said, oh, yeah, the old guy's going to be telling us a few tips or something like that. And then George, I think, in about a month, George will be back on the golf course. And
he said he'd give it a month.
Yeah.
Which smartly was his out to hold his reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
But, smart move actually. But most of these guys were babies when he was doing his thing, and they certainly don't remember how great of a hitter he was. He said he wants to get him out there and get him relaxed and things like that. And there has to be, you got to be squeezing that bat really tight if it's not happening for you. Yeah. But Alan Eskew, our editor, in his story about Brett's hiring, he quoted an unnamed Royals official who said that after Kevin Seitzer was fired, that a lot more heads would roll if Moustakas and Hosmer didn't hit. So, we may be seeing other things happen. And if George can't get through to these guys, if they just, it goes in one ear and out the other, what's going to happen?
Yeah. But they are, potential superstars. So, and you have a lot of money invested in them. And, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I hope George is able to get through to them, but I'm not terribly confident. But and he's given himself a month, and you're right. He's
a month to me. A month isn't a long time. I don't know. Maybe it is with the technology that they have these days, where they can break the swing down into the minutest little detail that should be very easy for people to pick up on that. Well, let's change subject here. Let's talk about your book.
Okay.
I'm interested. I know nothing about this. Tell me about your book.
Yeah, I've been working on a book now for about a year. It's called Confessions of a Corporate Sycophant. And
what's a sycophant?
That's where I'm going to define it early on in the book. It's basically a corporate suck-up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, Alan doesn't want me to use that word. But I've spent most of my life in corporations as PR person, media relations person, and spokesperson for companies. And so just thought I'd tell some stories about what it's like being in corporate PR and the different things that you do. And, it's just a fun book. I just want to have fun with it, just talk about what it's like being in corporate communications.
Sure.
And what the corporation really does and what you go out and
of course
talk about.
Spin. Yeah.
We care about our employees. Our employees are our greatest asset. I've said that 8,000 times, and I'm thinking, why are we all firing them?
Insert local newspaper, not to be named here.
Yeah, exactly. And so, corporate life is funny, and it's, I've been in corporate life for about 25 years, so I've seen a lot of it and how executives act and what goes on behind the scenes, and so I just wanted to kind of share that.
Absolutely, it's that bottom line, and we had a family event a couple of weeks ago, and my uncle was in town, and he worked for the same company for like 30 plus years. Well, that doesn't happen anymore.
No, and that and I've seen that, it's tough. As an example, at one point I was with the corporation and we did very well, and we wanted to thank employees, and that usually meant we weren't laying off employees.
Right.
And then we announced record earnings, and the CEO called me in and he said, well, we're going to be laying off employees. And I said, well, why? Because we're doing well. And he said, we've decided this time to do it from a position of strength. And I thought, wow, if we lay them off when it's a position of weakness and we lay them off when it's a position of strength, employees are kind of screwed either way. So those are the kind of things you just get caught up in corporate communications. And
sure.
It's you look back and a lot of it is funny of what, the different things that you do and, the different when you're dealing with the media and how that works. I just wanted to share some of those tips.
Well, we appreciate that very much. And fill us in again, the name of the book and where people can find it.
Yeah, Confessions of a Corporate Sycophant. It'll actually should be out next week.
Really?
And so you'll be able to get it on Amazon. You're able to get it, all the book places. So, and I'll be out plugging it.
Very cool. Well, I want a signed copy.
Okay.
For sure. That'll do it for our show today. My thanks to our hosts for today's show, CMS Nutritionals, and our guests from CMS Nutritionals, Stephanie Reece and Dr. Carol Ann Reiser. I want to thank John Landsberg for coming in one more time and visiting with us, and much luck to you.
Thank you.
In your endeavors in Carolina. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find it all over Kansas City, and it's free. So pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress and get more out of life. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600 and come join Kansas City Chiropractic at 4510 Bellevue for their 10th anniversary celebration open house on Thursday, June 27th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. For more information, visit the Kansas City Chiropractic Facebook page. Experience a touch of the Ozarks when you tee off at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. Visit winterstonegolf.com for daily specials and call 816-257-5755 for lessons or information on tournament hosting. Visit collegiatecamo.com for Father's Day gifts. Collegiate Camo has quality vehicle and boat decals, headwear, shirts, and outerwear for over 40 colleges. And save 20% on golf decals when you enter code FATHER at collegiatecamo.com.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Sign up now for the Wednesday Evening League at the Heart of America Golf Academy, or take advantage of Get Golf Ready and specialty clinics now available. For more information, call the Heart of America Golf Academy at 816-513-8940 or visit HOAGolfacademy.com.
Mark Twain, Walt Disney, even Abraham Lincoln, they all filed bankruptcy. Debts can overwhelm anyone. I'm Jeff Wagner of WM Law, Kansas City's premier bankruptcy law firm. If you can't pay your bills or your mortgage, we're here to help. You can schedule a free consultation right now. Call 1-855-DON'T-WORRY. Stop those bill collectors. With 4 Kansas City locations, we've helped over 11,000 families through tough financial times. 1-855-DON'T-WORRY.
Mention KC Sports when you buy a large specialty pizza and get a small one topping free at any of the 3 Old Shawnee Pizza locations: Shawnee, KCK, and Lenexa. Visit ShawneePizza.com for menu and details. Beat the summer heat at the Kansas City Ice Center. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes, leagues for ice and inline hockey, and upcoming hockey camps at the Kansas City Ice Center. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a camp or class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Eagles Landing Golf Course is the place to play golf in the Southland and is by far the best golf value around. Visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com, and for tee times call 816-318-0004 and make the drive to see why Eagles Landing is the best golf value in KC. Is low testosterone or a hormone imbalance holding you back? Do you have lower energy and stamina, reduced memory, hot flashes, or trouble losing weight? Bioidentical hormone replacement therapy could be the answer. Call Oz Preventive Medicine now at 913-871-8785 for a free consultation. This therapy can help you bring back athletic abilities and stamina and combat symptoms of aging. Call now at 913-871-8785 for a free consultation or visit ozpreventivemedicine.com. CMS Nutritionals is a new supplement store on College and Quivira. Stop by and talk to the experts at CMS Nutritionals today to find the right quality supplements for your needs. And with your coupon in KC Sports, save $5 on Yes plant-based essential oils. Plus, register now for a seminar on nutrition and your immune system on July 13th. To learn more about their products, visit cmsnutritionals.com. Call 913-469-3665 or stop by CMS Nutritionals on College and Quivira. Mafia's Meal on the Go is a great lunchtime choice. Get a 10-inch one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink from Mafia Mike's at 87th and Lackman and Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 127th and Metcalf. Great pizza and a great offer you can't refuse.